It's complicated. However, I've had early access to this game for months, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Hi, I'm me. Let's go over two different interpretations of what a scam is. First, let's talk about the less interesting one, fraud. Beyond's entire popularity comes from its aggressive marketing, and that naturally invites comparisons. I'm sure you remember the day before, which was essentially marketing without a game, built on lies and literally nothing else, and the fact it shares anything in common with Beyond means that the average player is right to question the validity of these developers. Here they are, showing off things that have never even been done before. Are the developers of Beyond Sandbox lying to you? No, they aren't. But that's not exactly a good thing. Having played the game for months, I can tell you I have not seen a single lie come from the development team. The real problem is that they've actually shown you everything. The reason you haven't seen these features before is because there's almost nothing more to the game than these features. As of writing this less than 2 weeks before launch, the game consists of a few generic maps with nothing in them, some wet noodle melee weapons, some generic guns, and 1.5 NPCs. You may be asking, me, what do you mean by 1.5? I mean these. A pretty generic soldier, one zombie with 3 skins, and a guy that just walks around. That leaves us with the elephants in the room, modding and multiplayer. Let's get multiplayer out of the way first. It's neat. The netcode isn't good enough for a competitive shooter, but otherwise, it's about what you'd expect. It's funny to play patty cake in VR with full finger physics, and maybe someone will remake Prop Hunt or something. But I'm someone for which the majority of my 500 hours in Gary's mod were in single player, and for one reason only, mods. I didn't tell you the whole truth earlier. The developers have done a bit of exaggerating on one thing in particular, that being that the game is easy to mod. Modders were given early access to the game to create mods that they can release with it. Having attempted to mod the game myself, it is not straightforward, and it didn't help that the available documentation was negligible for the majority of the early access period. I've seen people smarter than me just give up. This is not Gary's Mod VR. I'm sure that some people will be able to make some cool stuff at some point, but I think that PC players, the people that actually make mods, are more likely to just stick to Bone Lab multiplayer. That brings us, finally, to our second definition of scam. The more colloquial and proper use of the word, meaning something that didn't live up to your expectations or isn't worth it. Personally, is beyond what I expected? Yeah, pretty much. If we're talking about real life and not made-up word meanings, it's not a scam. They haven't lied, they've misled less than the average Bethesda game, and it all mostly works okay. It's just not good.
Hi, I'm Squingus, and this is the outro. If you're new here, take a look at our channel. I don't even like this video. It's not that funny. They're usually a lot funnier than this. And then sometimes they're actually way worse. Subscribing is kind of like gambling, actually, and you love gambling. You love gambling. Either way, you'll subscribe for less of this. Thanks for watching. Now if you'll excuse